Namaste. Welcome to our mini practice today. I hope you're feeling well and ready to get started. We're going to come down into child's pose first of all, so just making your way down onto the floor. Bringing the knees a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes together, heels open, so we can nestle ourselves down in between the legs. Bringing the elbows out a little wide. Maybe bringing the hands underneath the head or just the head down onto the floor. And just giving yourself a moment to relax the body. Just come into a deeper breath here. Again, just still with that release through the shoulders at the back. Opening up the middle back as you breathe in. Expanding the rib cage, this time big sigh out to release the body. Closing the mouth, parting the teeth, making sure that there's no gritting of the back of the teeth, the muscles are relaxed. Enjoying that deeper breath in through the sides of the body, all the way down into the lower back, into lower belly. And then starting to walk the hands forward towards the front edge of your mat. Lifting up the palms and pushing down through all of the fingertips as you inhale, breathe in underneath the shoulder blades. As you exhale, big sigh. And draw the tailbone down towards the heels. Just checking in with the shoulders, again, just seeing how that feels for the back body to breathe deeper into the back of the rib cage, the back of the heart. And then lifting the head just by an inch as you turn left to right, just getting a nice gentle neck stretch. And then planting the palms down into the floor, engaging with the whole of those hands as you make your way up onto all fours. Bring the hands back a little if you need to, underneath your shoulders, coming into a couple of cat-cows to open up your body. Turn inner elbows to face towards the front. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Push crown of the head forward, push tailbone backwards to lengthen your back. Next inhale, draw the shoulders down the back body, squeeze the elbows, looking up to open the throat. And as you exhale, push the floor away and lift up the space in the middle back, tucking tailbone, tucking head. Inhale, breath again, coming forward, shoulders back, squeezing elbows, arching through the spine, nice and long. Exhaling, push down through the floor as you lift up, middle back. Inhale, breath again, broadening across the collarbone, shoulders back, squeezing elbows. And as you exhale, rounding out through the back. This time, see if you can lift the space in between the shoulder blades, tucking the head even tighter, focusing on upper back. Inhale, breath coming forward, shoulders back. Exhaling, and same lift in the centre of the shoulder blades, opening up through the back of the neck, nice and long. Inhale, breath moving forward, shoulders back, squeezing elbows. This time, tucking the tailbone all the way under, down towards the heels, focusing on the length of the lower back. Inhale, breath moving forward and up. Again, this time focusing on that low spine, pushing down through the tailbone, nice and long through that section of the body. Inhale, breath coming into the centre. Coming back into your neutral spine, tucking toes, and then pushing yourself forward through the heels of the hands as you come up into your down dog. Keeping the knees bent for a moment. Big breath in here. As you exhale, big sigh and let the chest fall to the thighs. Softening shoulders, seeing how that feels for the tricep, the upper back. Again, longer breaths here, no tension through the back of the legs, through the hamstrings. Keep focusing on upper body for a moment. And then next inhale, lift up super high onto the toes, straightening out through the legs, moving the weight forward into a higher plank, and then squeezing the elbows, pushing through the heels of the hands, and moving yourself backwards into a down dog. So doing that a couple of times, nice and long through the body. Be careful with the wrists, keep the elbows nice and tight so that we have support for the upper body. Just pushing into the balls of the feet, into the back of the toe line as you come forward, and then pushing through the heels of the hands as you come backwards. Just gazing how that feels for the calf muscles, for the Achilles, the back of the knees. And then last one, super high, using that big exhale to push back. And then from here, gentle sway from left to right with the hips, bending and stretching each leg, trying not to use momentum to bend and stretch, using that nice big push down through each heel one at a time, keeping the weight back and away from the shoulders. As you next inhale, lift up high onto the toes. As you exhale, big sigh up, bring heels down towards the floor, and then gently paddling the feet flat-footed all the way through to the top of the mat. Bringing the heels underneath the hips, lift up all 10 toes and then roll down through little toe to big toe, pushing into the ball of the foot. Inhale up halfway, bring the fingertips onto the shins, lifting your chest. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Bring the left hand into the centre, bring the right hand up onto the right hip as you pull the right thigh bone back into its socket and lift open through that right shoulder, pushing down through left fingertips and gazing up over right shoulder. Left knee stays nice and bent. Big breath in. As you exhale, rebend both knees. Bring right fingertips into the centre. Left hand up onto left hip and then rolling that left shoulder up, back and down as you pull the left thigh bone back and lift up through that left side. Again, nice big bend through the right knee. Big breath in. Big breath out, bending both knees and allow the arms to fall. A gentle roll up through the back body, one vertebra at a time, nice and long. And then rolling shoulders up, back and down to reset. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. As you exhale, tracing the front of the body with your prayer, hinging from the hips. Again, inhale up halfway, lifting chest. As you exhale, bend the knees and bring the belly close to the thighs, keeping the body parallel with the floor, keeping the crown of the head moving forward and the tailbone reaching backwards. Let the shoulders soften, let the elbows come out to the side, wriggling the toes, making sure that the weight is through the balls of the feet. Come all the way up, so you're not clenching the toes. Come all the way up through the heels, lifting the knees in towards the belly and bringing the belly closer to those thighs. Again, keeping the body as parallel as you can. Nice big breath in. As you exhale, bring the body a little bit lower, shoulders soft. And then rolling down through the heels, pushing down through the bottom and coming up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Sitting down a little bit lower, shoulders soft. Big breath in. Big sigh out. As you inhale, shift the weight over towards the left foot and lift up through the right knee. Exhale, pushing back, warrior three. Shoulders back, opening chest. Exhale, maybe dipping the chest a little lower, but keeping right foot flexed. Big breath in. Exhale, bend through the left knee, bring the right toes down. Inhale up, high lunge. Exhale, soften down through hips, pull away through right heel to open up through right thigh. Inhale, reaching the arms up, maybe raising the gaze if you're comfortable with the balance. As you exhale, bend through the right knee, cactus the arms, pulling shoulders down, squeezing shoulder blades back. Inhale, straighten right leg, leaving left leg bent, reaching arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, bend. Staying here for a moment, squeezing shoulder blades, and again raising gaze if you possibly can, lifting through the back of the rib cage, try not to dump any weight into lower spine. Inhale, raising. Exhale, bringing hands down. Sweeping the left foot all the way up and back into three-legged dog, pushing the weight away from the shoulders. Again, hips square, pulling down through right heel, pushing back through left heel. Deeper breath here. Lifting up high onto the right ball of the foot. As you exhale, squeeze the elbows and come forward into a one-legged high plank. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, push down through right heel, lift up through left heel. One more big breath in. And then this time, bring the left knee high towards heart center and heel toe in between the hands. Rolling shoulders up, back and down, pulling shoulder blades back. Again, that nice big breath in. As you exhale, bring the right kneecap down, untuck the toes, cartwheel right arm, all the way up, back and down. Bring the left arm up to join into a nice low lunge, reverse warrior. And then inhale, breath, cartwheel, left hand back. Right hand comes to join, right toes tuck, left foot back into plank. Shoulders back into their sockets, heels pushing towards the back edge of the mat. Big breath in. Big sigh out. One more big breath in. As you exhale, knees, chin, chest. Untuck toes, low cobra. Shoulder blades pulling back and together. Opening throat. Tucking toes. As you exhale, pull back into our stretched child's pose. Inhale here underneath the shoulder blades. As you exhale, push through the heels and the hands and come up, downward dog. A sway of the hips, maybe a bend and stretch of the legs. Inhale up high onto the toes. As you exhale, bring the heels closer towards the floor. Big breath in. Big sigh out. And then bend the knees, gaze between the hands, either jump or step. In between the hands, allow the head to fall. Stretch out through the back of the legs for a moment. Inhale up halfway, either monkey pose or fingertips on shins. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, sweeping forward and up, chair pose. Softening down through shoulders, pulling down through tailbone. Again, that nice big breath in and out. Shifting weight onto right foot, lifting up through left knee. And then as you inhale, opening up into Warrior 3. Get a nice long stretch out through upper body, pulling back through the hands. Maybe dipping the chest a little lower. And then bending through the right knee as you bring the left toes down. Inhale up into high lunge. Exhale, soften down through hips, down through shoulders. Inhale, raising the arms. As you exhale, bend through left knee and bring the arms into cactus. Inhale, straightening left knee, leaving right knee back, reaching up. Exhale. Inhale, nice and tall. Pulling down through tailbone as you lift. Exhale. Again, staying here a little, squeezing the shoulders back. Be kind to the neck. And as you inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bringing the left heel closer to the floor as you sweep your right foot all the way up and back. Three-legged dog. Again, toes down that right foot, pointing down towards the floor, pushing the weight away from your shoulders, keeping nice and even through upper body. Big breath in. Big breath out. As you inhale, lift up high onto the left toes and pull the weight forward over the wrists. Bringing your right foot down slightly into our one-legged plank. Big breath in. As you exhale, pushing all the way up and back. Again, that nice big breath in here. And then hug the right knee high and towards heart center. As you bring the foot down in between the hands, come up higher onto the fingertips, shoulders back, open collarbones. Pulling away through left heel, big breath in. As you exhale, bring the left kneecap down and untuck the toes. Can't bring left arm all the way up, back and down. Sweeping right arm up to join it into a reverse warrior low lunge. A nice big open breath into that right side of the body. And then as you exhale, bringing right hand, left hand to come and join, tuck left toes, sweeping right foot back into plank, shoulders back, pulling back through heels, big breath in, big sigh out. Inhale, lift that space in the centre of the shoulder blades, and as you exhale, knees come down, chin, chest. Untuck the toes, coming into that low cobra, shoulders back. Relaxing everywhere from the waist downwards. As you inhale, push into your right heel of the hand, rolling right shoulder up, back and down, and gazing up open. Exhale, coming into the centre. Inhale, pushing down through left heel of the hand, squeezing elbow nice and tight. And then exhale. One more into the centre, this time if you want to, lifting hands. Exhale. Tucking toes and bringing the hips all the way back towards the heels. Nice big breath underneath the shoulder blades. And then untucking those toes as you slide the hands back and maybe towards the heels, just to release upper body in child's pose. As always, when we're in this space, be kind to the back of the neck. Make sure there's no pushing into the back of the jaw. Again, that longer, deeper breath, resetting, breathing into the back of the heart space. And then slowly rolling your way up, heavy head, heavy shoulders. Take a nice big sweep with the arms out and up. As you exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Again, that sweeping motion out through the sides, lifting and lengthening the torso. Exhaling. Inhale. And then this time as you exhale, bring your hands down. Tucking toes, again pushing through the wrists. Come up into our downward dog. Big breath in, lift up hand to toes. Big breath out, pull down through heels. One more big breath in. Big sigh. And then belly through the knees, gazing between the hands. Jump or step. If you did jump the step before, make it the other foot. And then from here, sinking down through the bottom. Coming to lift up through the knees. Rolling back and down through the shoulders, palms face the ceiling. As you exhale, extend the legs just a parallel at first. See how that feels for upper body. Drop the head from left to right to relax the neck. Again, that nice big breath in here. Lifting centre body. As you exhale, maybe you want to straighten the legs, maybe not. Again, longer, deeper breaths. Opening up the chest. Shoulders remain soft. And then bring the hands behind the thighs and then walk those hands up the back to the calf muscles. Bring the head closer towards the knees. Shoulders down, big breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees and then roll all the way back, hugging the knees gently in towards the chest. Let the arms reach over the head, let the ribcage lift. Big breath out. And then from here, gently cactus the arms, pulling the elbows to the side, palms face the ceiling. As you exhale, allow the knees to fall over to the right, gazing towards the left, anchoring the left shoulder down by a nice big shoulder roll with that left side. Extending breath into the lower left side body. Relaxing, closing the eyes if you want to. Steadying that even flow of breath. And then next inhale, bringing head and knees back into the center if you can, legs together. And then as you exhale, over to the left. Again, a nice big shoulder roll with that right shoulder, gazing towards your right elbow. Again, when you're ready, closing eyes. Longer breath into that lower right side. And then next inhale, knees up, head back into the centre, giving yourself a gentle hug, maybe a little bunny hop through that low back. And then allowing the legs to come down into Shavasana. If you want to, any leg variation, either blocks or a mat underneath your knees to soften your lower back, or you can bring the knees up, knock them together, feet mat width apart. Or you can bring the soles of the feet together in bound angle pose, whichever one is right for you today. Just closing the eyes down, giving yourself a moment of stillness here. Allowing the breath to soften, legs to relax, no tension through from toes to hips. Now softness through lower back, through hips. Heaviness through the back of your rib cage, your shoulders, your arms. No tension across the muscles of the face, coming to rest the awareness onto the centre of the eyebrows. And then feeling free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If not, taking your legs out of any variation, starting to roll around ankles and wrists, wriggling fingers and toes. Sweeping the arms over the head, rubbing right wrist with left hand, giving it a gentle pull as you inhale. Big sigh out, release. Grabbing hold of left wrist with right hand, big pull. Reaching down to the toes, big sigh. And then slowly making your way over to the right hand side, so if you can with eyes closed, giving yourself a moment here to reset the body. And then whenever you're ready, making your way up into our comfortable cross-legged seats. Again, if you can, still with eyes closed, resting with the hands one on top of the other in the lap, palms face up. And again, that deeper restorative breath here back into the belly. Giving yourself a moment to contemplate your practice today, to allow yourself to go away from the mat with that sense of gratitude for all that we have, for all that we are, and that sense of peace. Bring the hands together, rubbing them to warmth. Generate that little bit of heat through the palms. Before we take the hands as cups over the eyes, massaging through eye sockets, fluttering eyelids open, and bring the hands down into prayer. Namaste. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed our short practice today, and hopefully I'll see you at one of the classes soon. If not, join us again on our YouTube channel for the next instalment. Many thanks.